Today's question is about incontinence. Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa West, and welcome to Living Your Yoga. We're in beautiful Beacon Hill Park in Victoria, BC today. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's question comes to us from Teresa from Facebook, and she said, I recently read this article about workouts and peeing. Glamorous topic. Do you have any yoga exercises? And she says, I'm assuming goddess pose would be one to help strengthen the pelvic floor. Thanks in advance. I'm sure others would be interested in this topic as well. Namaste, Teresa. So this is a great question, Teresa. One of the most important things you can do to stop incontinence in its tracks is to strengthen your pelvic floor, as she suggested. And in yoga, we refer to this as mula bandha. And I have a whole class on that will help on that, and I'll link to it in the show notes. It's on the bandhas. It's episode 72, and I think it's one of the most underwatched classes for how important it is in yoga. So everybody go watch that class right now and do it. So let's do a little review of how this works. Everybody stop and place your feet on the floor or sit cross-legged, sit comfortably. Take a big inhale. And on the exhale, think about drawing your pelvic floor muscles up and inside you. And so basically, if you think about your sit bones, you in front of you, you got like 4 points at the bottom of your pelvic floor, and this kind of soft, fleshy part in between, whether you're a male or a female. And it's like for women, it's like a sling, a figure 8 sling. And you're going to draw that up and inside you like a drawstring bag. You can also imagine drawing your pubic bone and tailbone closer together. So, as Teresa mentioned, it can be useful practicing this in different positions because sometimes you'll have gravity working for you, sometimes you'll have gravity working against you, and it's good to do that in different positions. So, goddess pose would be one of the most challenging poses because your legs are really spread wide apart and your pelvic floor muscles are really stretched out. So you could do it in that pose. It would be a big challenge to your pelvic floor muscles. But I like to practice it in bridge pose because you have gravity helping you and you can get a real sense of your pelvic floor muscles moving up and inside you. So let's try that now. You're going to lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Press into your feet, lift up, and then just imagine drawing your pelvic floor muscles up and inside you. And you can get that real sense of that pelvic floor moving up and inside you. Okay? So that's a good position to practice it in, to get a real sense of it. Another one that I like to practice it in is downward facing dog. So let's do it in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. Exhale, reach your hips up towards the ceiling. And then inhale here. Exhale, draw your pelvic floor up and inside. And here it's really easy to practice Uddiyana Bandha, drawing your navel to your spine as well. So it's nice to practice these in different positions. From here we'll come up to standing and practice a pelvic floor lift in Tadasana. So draw your pelvic floor muscles up and inside you here. So it's good to practice it in all different positions. I will link to some other blog posts that I've done on pelvic floor lifting in the show notes, and you can leave your tips and tricks for pelvic floor lifts in the show notes, in the comments for me. I'd love to hear what your favorite position is to practice your pelvic floor lifts in the comments. Thanks so much for a great question, Teresa.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.